I would like to apologise to Mr. Paradox for that, and I hope we can move along with our world. And when I say world, of course I mean species, although we will have a world eventually, but that is much further down in the customization menu than we would think here at the moment. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we made good progress last week, or last episode. I don't know, I'm not entirely sure how long ago the last episode was, but we will go on to this new game setting. To remember. Now, one thing I should say is the game has been updated to this, which I don't understand, and it seems that Mr. Paradox has in fact added DirectX 11 support. I don't know where I get one of those, but it's something I thought I should mention anyway. So onto the new game setting, and we will go over to this once again, create new, and oh my, what are these? Oh, I see, these are different DLCs, as it were, or downloadable clickers. Yes. Now it appears I have the Synthetic Dawn story pack and the Distant Stars story pack, but I don't have the Utopia, Apocalypse, Megacorp, Federations, Planetoids, Leviathans. Oh no, I do have the Synthetic Dawn. Humanoids, Distant Stars. No, I do have the Distant Stars. Ancient Relics, Lithoids, or the Necroids. Which is, I believe this may be a new selection. I certainly have noticed it before. So we'll click select. And oh my, ladies and gentlemen, there's... Oh no. Oh, these don't matter. I was going to go through all of these as well, but it looks like they're not... As I don't have that DLC, well then I won't have... I won't go through all of these. Okay? Just, a popular humanoid phenotype gains new portraits and ship models. Inspired by Western science fiction classics, the irrepressible human race has now more variation in their portraits and ship models. This flavor pack also includes new advisor voices and a remixed soundtrack. Well, is now. Well, that's wonderful, gentlemen, but I don't believe we'll be making use of that. I believe we got... Oh, there are new ones in this version as well. However, I believe as we've been through all of these last episode, we'll go on to Mammalian. Now, oh my, there are quite a few here. First off, we have this... Well, it is at least a mammalian. This is a female, apparently. There's a tail. There are an arrangement of eyes. And maybe some nostrils. And a neck. This here species, it appears to be wearing clothes, and there's some fur and nostrils and twitchy ears. Well, now that's just a horse now, isn't it? Yes. Yes, I ought to be careful of its throat, or it could get a little hoarse. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a joke. You're welcome. so we'll move on. We're making good progress, ladies and gentlemen. This, well, sort of feline-looking thing, to me, at least, has the yellow eyes, and then it has the ears twitch. I'm not sure whether that's voluntary or not. Oh, and these appear to twitch as well. Again, no word on whether that is voluntary. This appears to be, a mammalian, with these robes, and the arrangement of face features that we have here. Then we have this one with the tusks and ears and eyes and clothing and fur and nostrils and mouth and eyes and tusks and yes. And we have this, well, it appears to have, some horns. Probably good for receiving FM radio, if, probably modified. It appears to yawn, which is, a feature I've not seen before. Let's wait and see whether it will do it again. We'll have a closer look at it. There's just a bit breathing, ladies and gentlemen, which is a good sign. Breathing is generally considered to be a very good idea. I personally hold it as an incredibly good idea. I like to breathe as often as I can. We'll wait and see whether it yawns again. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we are. It yawned. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for this hard-hitting journalism, as it were. And here we have another of these species with some long sideways ears, and it has eyes, and a nose, and a mouth, and again fur, and less. This appears to be. Its little snout did a wiggle, and so did the ear, and well, there it goes. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure exactly how much here there is for me to talk about. You can see everything that I can. I see. This species only appears to have one eye. Have to see the other side of the head to ascertain whether or not it has a second eye. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I feel this may not be quite as interesting and compelling as the content I usually put out, and I'm going to have to. I'm afraid I have to go much faster than I usually do. Now I realise most of you may come here for my descriptive commentary and the like, but there's not much for me to talk about here aside from these horns, and so we'll move on. This has clippity bits at the top. I wonder whether or not it could use them as cutting utensils. Be convenient, I assume. You could cut things, for instance paper. I believe this may change the this society's view on rock, paper, scissors. When you have a scissor whenever you need it. So it's not a scarce commodity. Scissors are not would not be as nearly as scarce a commodity as they are in our world. And this one appears to have at least 2 nostrils and 3 eyes. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, this I can only see one side of the. I can only see one side of the this mammal's mammalian head, and the clothes are quite similar to these ones, and those 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 ones. But that is at the very least 3 eyes and 2 nostrils, the possible 4 eyes and 12 nostrils. You see there. So we'll move on to this. Well, that's just so unpleasant, I think I'll move on. As is that possibly more unpleasant. Yes, a lot more unpleasant. So, what are we on a roll, ladies and gentlemen? We've got these wing type things, which I would expect from avians. However, that'll have to come later on in the episode, or depending on how we go with this series and how fast we take it. We'll see. I realise I am going through this quite fast, quite a lot faster than I usually would, and I realise some of you may not appreciate such fast-paced content. However, this is necessitated by my lack of ability to say anything about these without repeating myself. Just ears, eyes. Well, this is the first one I've seen with wings, so that's new, and it appears to have kind of bone structure there, which may be useful, I don't know, but that's certainly the most interesting to me we've seen so far. Well, what we have here is a nightmare platypus. I'm sure we're all aware of these, so I don't have to go on too much about them. And this, it's scratched its head, which is something I've not seen any of the other species do. In fact, this is maybe the first time we've seen the creature's arms. No, can't. Well, we can see what appear to be arms, but we don't see anything below there. We can infer arms, but can't see them. We can infer arms, but can't see them. We can infer arms, but we can't see them. And I'm not sure I can even infer arms there. And again, possible arms. Once again, I think we can affirm arms. We can imply. I believe arms are implied there, as are here. The cloak of the species makes it difficult to ascertain the reachable appendages on the species. Arms implied here. Possible arms, yes, I believe I can see a shoulder there. Implied here. Same for here. Once again, the robe being difficult to ascertain the body structure of this species. And I hate this with a passion. Now these are more clearly defined as arms, I would say, but again we can only see down to here. Well, I believe these are so commonplace I don't even need to worry about those. And I believe, yes, this is the first species, at least in the mammalian appearance tab, where we can see the arms and, in fact, occasionally the hands. Wonderful stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Appears to have some kind of biomechanical structures there, which is a lot more variation than I... You see, this is the kind of thing I can comment on, and wonderful, and have a little braiding there, it appears. Moving on to the last of the mammalians, we have this one with the spikes, many spikes, and it appears to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122 Oh, he's moved his head. Oh, no, it's not moving. Okay. So, oh, you've moved again. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I may have to count these in post, ladies and gentlemen, so if I remember to do that, that section will go in round about now. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is post Nigel here, and I've... one moment. There we go. I believe now, as I promised, I would go into still frame and count the number of still spines, and we'll see what we can get on this. I believe it was mammalian at the time. Yes. Okay. So we'll start off by selecting a colour, perhaps black. There we go. And we will mark off each and every one we count. So this will be number 1. So that's 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What I might have to do here, ladies and gentlemen, is have a line. Oh dear, that's far too light. There we go. And there we'll write 10. And oh, this could get complicated, ladies and gentlemen. 11. Now I believe we've done that one. So 12. And 13. 14. I'd have to change the colour to make it stand out a little more. 15. I'm on starting to lose resolution here. Not sure I can resolve this at high enough quality to actually be able to make these out individually. I'd have to record it at a much higher... Well, this will have to be a guess then, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. 16. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that was entertaining. I hope I've put in that section where I count the number of bristles or spines. Of course, I'll have to freeze frame it for that to happen, which I assume you know because that has presumably just happened for you. Of course, I don't know yet because I haven't gone into my editing software, broken out the reel-to-reel, and looked through. I have, however, found this in the intervening time. Hide unowned content. sorry, I said unowned there, quite strangely there. But what we can do is filter... You know, there we go. We can filter out stuff we don't own. Now, because I don't have any of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These 10 species in purple, as you say there. I can hide them. So what? Isn't that odd? Well, next time we'll move on into the reptilian species. As you can see, getting a sneak preview here on this continental world. What I believe I'll do is start to wind down the episode now, ladies and gentlemen. Back to menu. Once again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for sticking with me. I realise this. I realise that this episode's content may not be to some of your liking, so I appreciate you sticking with me, given the breakneck pace at which we continued. Now, I don't want everyone to think that I will keep up this pace, as I'm aware that my content may have a certain charm for the well, I wouldn't call it slow. We certainly get through things at a decent chunk, as we've just seen there. I'd sort of at a decent pace, as you saw there. However, I don't want to be known for being one of those incredibly high-energy YouTubers who are constantly shouting at the screen, talking about Rooney or Botticelli or so on and so forth. You know, I believe we can have a civil discussion around cunt and nanoquadcopters and Stelleares and so on. So I'll leave you there, ladies and gentlemen. Please do remember to leave your feedback in the Angel Shark comments there. So, with any feedback, do tell me if I've gone too fast or too slow, although I seriously doubt that there. Do tell me, and we'll move on from there. And I hope, using your feedback, I can learn exactly what kind of content people enjoy, and how I can change and evolve at the times. Now, I'm not saying evolve at the times. I'm saying I can modify sometimes my content and for the enjoyment of my viewers or listeners or clients. If you happen to hire me for my day job, which is testing karaoke machines. I'm not sure how many of you knew that. But there you go. Maybe I've gone a little too in depth there. So. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, we'll say, do leave your feedback in the comments box, keep your pliers handy, and, goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no.